Greetings, everyone. I am Ngabuto Nicholas Mapena. The Border Management Authority, through a message that is circulating, which we believe is an internal memo, that they are introducing a new system of stamps. It's just a new system of stamps. When they stamp your passport, is different from the stamp that they've been sticking to your passport over the years. And you are starting to panic. Why? Why are you worried about that change? Some people now want to rush to the border. No, if you have an old stamp, we are going to say you have overstayed. Who said that? It is an internal memo by the Border Management Authority, right? That these are the changes that they are introducing. That memo that I read, it does not address the public. So now why are you now panicking? Why are you panicking? Hlalani phansi lichume. Angithi you have got your days, you have got your visas. Now, if you don't have a permit, you have your days, it's valid. Who said you should then rush to get a new stamp? So just relax. Just relax. It's an internal memo. It is not addressed to the public. That memo does not say every person who's a visitor to South Africa on the 1st of August must ensure that they have a new stamp. It doesn't say so. It's just an internal memo, just like in your company where you work, right? There's an internal memo in your company. The only thing is that they are dealing with us, the public, but it is not addressed to us. So you need to understand that and stop panicking. Some of you are now raising different theories. Kumanin. Then there is another serious issue. We always talk about this, the issue of children. You cannot say your child was born in South Africa, is 17 years, is using an unabridged birth certificate, he has never had a Zimbabwean passport. You can't be saying that, because we've been talking about this through this channel. That immediately you give birth, what's the date today? Immediately you give birth, right? Within 2 weeks, at the very least, within 2 weeks, make sure that your child has a birth certificate, a Zimbabwean birth certificate. That will show it to be written child born in South Africa. Immediately you are issued with the child is issued with a birth certificate, you apply for the child's passport. Once the passport is issued, which will take a week or so, you apply for accompanying permit for the child. So from the time you gave birth, at the very least, within 1.5 months to 2 months, you should have all those documents. At least you should have submitted the application for the accompanying permit for the child is born in South Africa. Once the accompanying permit is out, you can then travel with the child to Zimbabwe to show the grannies and so forth that the family has been blessed with a new member. Right? When the child then goes to school, at the age of 5, 6, 7, whatever age, it is then you apply for a study permit for the child. They will be using that study permit until they get to 17, 18. Right? Then from there, they can apply for South African citizenship. if the laws would not have changed by then. But as it is, this is what happens. But you can't then say your child was born in South Africa 18 years ago. He has no Zimbabwean documents, has no birth certificate from Zimbabwe, no ID, no passport, nothing. And then you say the child must apply for a South African ID. It doesn't work that way. So that's what we must understand. So if you have a child, whether the child is, you have not applied for their birth certificate at 6 or whatever age they are, get them the Zimbabwean birth certificate. That's what is required. Because when they then qualify to submit an application for South African ID, one of the requirements is the permit, study permit of the child or study visa of the child. If the child does not have a study visa, then they cannot submit. You remember I said we are working with the lawyers. That's the information that we get from lawyers. So we take people, direct people to lawyers to say, I'll go and see this lawyer in this place. Then the person comes back and says, they said my documents are not complete. What document is missing? My child doesn't have a permit. How old is your child? Is 18 years. Has your child ever had a permit? No. How was your child living in South Africa? Yes, the child was born here. But for 18 years, that's a problem. So you need to understand this. So you can't say my child was born here, he has never traveled anywhere. Excuse me, it doesn't work like that. So make sure you sort out the documents of your kids. Please like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you're on TikTok, please do follow us. Otherwise, goodbye.